Day 15, halfway, okay? First and foremost, let's give yourself a round of applause. The fact that you can just say, you know what, fine, I'll run a mile every day for 30 days. That tells us something about you, okay? Adaptable, great job, great job. In honor of day 15, let's do an interactive run, okay, on this beautiful Runtember. First, before we start, I just want to say I appreciate all of you guys. Okay? Appreciate you guys showing up and putting that work in, okay? Because it inspires me to keep showing up and putting in that work. Okay? What goes around comes around, so I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Pray for me. Tomorrow, we got the big 50, right? You don't need to pray for me. Don't ever pray. Don't ever pray. Because predators get preyed. Let me stop. But tomorrow we got the big 50, so I'm ready for it. I'm actually really excited for it. I don't know what my nutritional plan's gonna be, but I think I'll be all right. Other than that, shout out to all of you guys, man. Really putting in the effort, really putting in the runs, just the hours, the times. You know, I see Hunter's really, you know, trying to get faster, really trying to get sub 4 marathon, trying to get a sub 4 hour marathon. You're right there, brother, you're right there. Shout out to King, always holding it down, whether you're doing the packed runs, the weighted runs, you feel me? Whether you getting it in on the track at night, you know, I always look forward to seeing your posts, man, so I appreciate you. Kimberly Nicole, shout out to you for showing up. I know you're a little newer when it comes to the running thing, but you're still putting in beyond a mile a day. You're doing 2.5. I think I've even seen you get up close to, if not 3 miles. And again, for a beginner runner, your second week into it, I would say you're a little ahead of the curve. So congratulations to you and each and every one of you guys. You know, I think we'll all look back on this and it'll really be something to cherish. So without further ado, don't want to get Danny. DJ. Without further ado, guys, let's get into this interactive 1 mile run. You guys know the drill. 3 minutes at a 3 miles per hour pace. And then from there, we are going to go right into the mile at a 4.6 pace. That's what we go for the mile. And that pace is a 13 minutes and 2 seconds per mile, okay? If you need to go a little slower, go a little slower. If you need to run for a minute, walk for a minute and a half, you can do it any way that suits you, as long as you're out here grooving and having fun with us, okay? If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. Let's do this. Okay. Get ready here, I'm gonna count down. Ready, set, go. Knocking out a quick mile. Knocking out a quick mile. Okay, like I said, 3 minutes. Warming up. Appreciate the running questions, okay? I know Kimberly, I know you've got a couple questions that I'm getting ready to answer in the near future in video form. I just want to do it proper. And there was somebody else that was in, I forget your name, brother, but I know you're one of my brothers. And you were talking about nutrition and diet. And I think, Kim, you were talking about that too. So we're definitely going to talk a little bit more about diet. Briefly, just while we're on that topic, let me tell you how my diet goes. Okay. I break my fast around 4 p.m. Yesterday was an exception. I broke it at 12 because I felt like some watermelon. And then I didn't eat after that until 4. So 9 times out of 10, I'm breaking my fast around 3 or 4 p.m. I'm cutting my eating window. I'm done eating by 7, no later than 8. So I'll have an eating window around 3 hours or 4 hours. What my diet consists of is very simple. Okay? Watermelon to start the day. About 1,000 grams of watermelon. 1,500 grams of water, which is only like 300 to 450 grams of calories. A little tahini, a little bit of hot sauce in there. I mean, not too much though. I wait about 30 minutes to an hour. Then I have my first like actual food meal. And this week, which is typically what I do, I've been doing burritos. Okay. Kim told me to have that tortilla. Last minute. So I've been doing burritos. This is all I do. Quinoa, chickpeas. Okay. I'll be honest, I've been putting a little Feelin 0% yogurt in there just because I want some sour cream. And I'm not trying to get into that sour cream realm. I know how to make plant-based sour cream, but I was too busy. Didn't want to make it. A little Feelin in there, a little bit of hot sauce. I actually got some 99, or it's actually like 92 cents enchilada sauce, which is just sodium. It's not even like anything besides sodium. Bam. I'll make 3 or 4 of those burritos. Right there with the watermelon and the burritos, I'm sitting around 1,600, I'm sitting around 1,800 calories, give or take 200, okay? After that, I'm gonna have Ezekiel bread for like my dessert. So I'll have 4 slices of Ezekiel bread, and I'll put some honey on that. Sometimes I'll even put some plant-based butter. It's time to run. You ready? And ready, set, go. We're running. Okay. We started our run at 0.16 miles in, so we'll be done at 1.16 miles. Yeah, so I'll have some Ezekiel bread. After that, maybe about 30 minutes, 45 minutes. After that, have some Ezekiel bread with some honey. Just got some organic local honey. And then last but not least, I had a scoop of peanut butter, just a tablespoon of peanut butter last night with some honey. And yesterday my calories were around 2,200. So that's really low, just because I didn't run but a mile, right? So if I'm running 8-10 miles per day, then my caloric intake's closer to 28 to about 3,200 calories. But that's pretty much how I eat as a runner. That's pretty much it. But again, I'm gonna make a video, talk about some other things. What's really important too when it comes to nutrition and the aspect of running is your hydration. I didn't truly know that drinking water isn't hydration. Drinking water is the vessel that transports things through the body, right? And what's in that water is what hydrates you. So your your electrolytes, which is sodium, magnesium, potassium. These are the 3 primary hydrators. I think there's a couple others, but these are the 3 primaries. So that's what I have right here. It's 2:13 right now. I haven't eaten. I'll have hydration. I'll sip on coffee. And I really don't even drink water. I really don't even drink water until maybe dinner time. Lately I've been doing the flavored water, just like in the packet, which I know that has additives and stuff, but you gotta pick your poison, okay? You gotta pick your poison. So on to running form. Kimberly was talking about running form. I remember when I was a trainer, the way that I would explain how to do exercises to people was way different than how you would normally explain how to do exercises with people, because I felt like in order for me to connect with somebody who's new to it, to lifting weights, in order for me to connect, I can't use all of the terminology that you studied for and got your certification for. You don't understand retract your scapula. You're gonna be like, what? That's why this whole thing is a matrix, being a personal trainer and watching it as a matrix. So instead of me saying retract your scapula back, I would say things like, give me a big chest. And when you do a big chest, you automatically retract your scapula back. So way easier, kids can understand. So when it comes to running form, if you feel like you're running, if you feel like it's hard to run, or you feel like every day it's not getting easier, you're running too fast, or you're not eating enough. So I would do, well, like whatever, you can pick either one. You can slow down your runs and see if that's the case. So when I say slow down your runs, run 45 seconds to even 2 minutes. Could even be 2 minutes slower than you normally run per mile. Because again, we're not here to race. We're not here to race. We're here to just improve ourselves. Not even that, we're just here to have fun. This is just fun. And the improvements, the manifestation is the material. So, let's see. So when it comes to the form, either slow it down or eat a little bit more, but also too, in regards to form, just be natural. You don't want to be right here. Right, kind of keep your chest up. Okay, you don't have to be up here. Put your chest up, just so you have a good posture. Slightly have your abs tucked in, your core tucked in, versus like this, because it has a lot of lower pressure on your lower back. So just, you don't have to squeeze your abs, but just hold them in a little bit, which will naturally do it, but just be aware of it. We're almost halfway out. It's easy by now, especially 1 mile. Either land anywhere you want on your foot. Okay, typically, if you're moving forward, you're gonna want to land more so on the front part of your foot. But ultimately, at the end of the day, the forefoot is okay, which means right in the middle, or excuse me, mid-foot. In the middle, you can land right in the middle. I typically like to land a little bit more forward. So, whatever's comfortable. And you'll notice that faster or slower you run, it'll influence where your foot is going to land. Yeah. Breathing, we know breathing. 3 seconds in. Not 3 seconds, 3 steps. Right? And to go even further, I found for me, if I do, I'm really trying to slow my heart rate down, because the better you breathe, the slower your heart rate's going to be. If I really try to slow my heart rate down, I go 2 hard inhales and just slowly let it out. Already with that, I can feel my heart rate slower. But I mean, don't like snip your nose off, but got chest up, eyes forward, and just go at your pace, go at your rhythm. That's it. Yep. Like you hear that treadmill over there? That treadmill's fast. You're going fast. Okay. Trust me. I've been wanting to sprint lately. I feel like a crack addict. I'm looking at the schedule this week. 6 miles. I want to run more. Like I ran 6 miles other day, my last 6 mile run. And I was like, dude, I'll run the 50 now. Like I'm craving the long distance runs right now. It's crazy. Crazy. But Also too, I should have told you guys this a long time ago. If you're on the treadmill, at least put it at an incline of 0.5 or 1. Not to make it harder, but just because it's a little bit more natural versus just going flat. But, man, life is so fun when you're just looking to have fun, when you're just looking to enjoy yourself. Whatever else comes, but you know, you guys have seen it, and I'm not shy to talk about it, but this is, I think it's important to talk about it. It's just so easy to lose track of what this all is about. And for some of us, we'll lose track harder than others. So, it's like, I'm really now anchoring down the principles and the reminders of like, okay, it's all about connections. It's all about having a good time with people and enjoying your own energy and accepting yourself fully and just like loving what you do right now and not worried about trying to get somewhere. You know, it's just, I beat myself up like subconsciously and even consciously and just habitually, like in a habit, not even really knowing what I'm doing, but beating myself up, putting so much pressure. You gotta do this on YouTube. Oh, like, for what? What are you doing this for? Because if you're doing this for you better stop, because it's not making you feel good the way you're doing it. You know? Like, I'm not gonna be happy. You're not even doing this consciously, but it's just the way you approach things. It's almost like your energy is like, I'm not going to be happy until I get to where I want to be. And if that's the life that you're living, you're going to get to where you want to be, and you're going to do that to where you've always wanted to be. You're going to do that even over there. Because it's almost like you're trying to fill the void with materials or status. It's like a mirage. As soon as you get there, it disappears. It's like that void, you thought it was filling up, and it doesn't. Really, what fills the void for me is me being free to interact in the world with kindness and care. And I don't want to say that to sound cliche, but I say that to say it's just that's the best way to interact in this world. And to be there for people and to do things because you like to do them versus because you like what you get from them, or do things for people, or act yourself in front of people instead of trying to act a certain way to get people to like you or to appeal. So, shout out to making videos every day. Shout out to you guys. I've really been able to learn a lot from just showing up every day and then tapping into my I don't feel too good about that. Why? Because I'm doing it for these reasons instead of just doing it because I like to do this. I like making videos. And if I just let myself be there, then everything is good. But I like making videos. I gotta make an awesome video today. I gotta do a vlog. I gotta do that because that's what they're doing. That's how I mess up my vibration. You know, something in me always just says, you'll be surprised when you just let go. You'll be surprised when you just do bare minimum. You'll be surprised, spinner, and you just take that path of least resistance. You'll be surprised what happens. And I don't believe that. I feel that. I know that. Because all we have here is frequency. And that's a mile. Look at that. All we got here is frequency, vibration. That's all this world is composed of. So, you know, when you're playing the game to get all these physical matter materials. You know, you're gonna feel inconsistency inside of yourself because we're pure, you know, vibration of the souls. And real quick before I let you guys know, man, before I let you guys go, I gotta let you know, okay? If you're watching this video right now, you're here today, I don't care. A lot of people will try to prove why they're not worthy. But if you're here today, if you're moving, if you just did this mile, if you're listening to this, even if you can't run, right? If you're listening to this, even if you're blind, you're here for a reason. The fact that you're here, you're worthy. I don't need to explain any further. If you do, leave a comment down below. But the fact that you're in this human body, your soul manifested in this, because we can't just be souls and like, oh, don't want to be human? Sure, no, this is a privilege. It's a privilege, for real. So the fact that we get this privilege, it's not only a blessing, but it's 100% proof why you're worthy. You're in here, you're worthy, right? It's almost like, yeah, you're worthy. Okay, so stop trying to prove that you're not. Okay? I just talked to Pat. My last job today. I had 2 jobs today. Pat was my second one. And when I talked to her, she shared this picture with me. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. And I was like, wow. I was like, I really appreciate you sharing that with me. And I had to share something with her because I felt like I was having these thoughts earlier this week. Really this thought. And I'll let you guys go for real. You really can change the world. You really can change the world. Just you. And I'll prove it right now. When you go and say, hey, how you doing to somebody? Right? And you really mean it versus like, hey, you're trying to get by somebody. You're like, hey, how's it going? Hope you have a good day. And you see that the person really received that, what happens is that person, at least if they're good for an hour, sometimes even longer, they're gonna go out with that same energy that you just shared, positive love, light, and they're gonna share that with everyone else, like automatically, because that energy is so strong and potent. They're feeling good. They look at somebody and they're like, hey, how you doing? Now, that energy that you just shared with them, that's all of ours. They're sharing it with 10 other people, and now those other 10 people. So you really have no idea, well, maybe you do now, maybe we both don't, to some degree, have no idea how effective we can be in this world, how positively effective we can be in this world, you know, when you're doing, when you're just being kind, you know, and that's pretty much all I want to say. So, again, Good job. Love and light to all love and light. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. And let's finish strong, okay? First half, cool. Now it's about that second half. You know what I'm saying? Now it's about that second half. So let's stay with it. Let's stay in the energy. Keep that momentum. Love and light to all love and light. Until next time, forever out.